involved in the shooting and could have played some sort of a role. What role that was and whether they indeed did have anything to do with this, that still needs to be uncovered. You mentioned the psychiatric angle. I think a lot of the information that we're hoping to learn and glean from this upcoming update from Lieutenant General Robert Cohn is the whys. Why did this happen? What were the demons that may have possessed someone to do something like this? I can tell you that the military personnel around here feel a greater sense of betrayal than they perhaps normally would have if this had happened to, let's say, strangers, because this is a very close-knit community. These people are family, extended family throughout the city of Killeen. That's why Brandon was telling you so much about people and the outpouring there at that hospital. So the feeling out here is still one of tension. I can tell you that they are allowing a few select restricted individuals into the base at this time, but they are still being very careful. Even though this event is considered over in terms of the danger, they are still somewhat tense, somewhat concerned, and they want to make sure that they can establish this sense of calm. Steve and Heather.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Once again, the shooter, we want to tell you, is identified as Major Malik Nadal Hassan. He was shot to death by a Fort Hood officer. We are told that Hassan used 2 handguns to open fire. Happened at the Family Readiness Center there on the post. Again, look at the numbers, 12 dead, 31 wounded in the Fort Hood massacre. And as of now, Fort Hood remains closed while investigators account for 100% of the personnel and those there.
All right, it still has not been confirmed that the gunman killed Major Malik Nadal Hassan was Muslim, but there are reports that he converted to Islam. A short time ago, the Muslim community responded to this tragedy by saying these words. The Council on American Islamic Relations says American Muslims stand with our fellow citizens in offering both prayers for the victims and sincere condolences to the families of those killed or injured. Again, it hasn't been confirmed, Major Hassan. And by the way, he just got bumped up in rank to Major in May of this year. Hasn't been confirmed that he was a Muslim, but Muslim leaders are condemning the attack nonetheless. I'll show you a picture from Twitter. The user is Soldier GRY012, and there it is. And if you look at the picture, we're told that shows a Fort Hood soldier way at the top in the middle, a Fort Worth soldier pushing a gurney. We're told it was taken inside Darnall Army Medical Center, which is on the post. You see the soldier in the middle at the top pushing a gurney. Scott and White Hospital in Temple is also believed to have some of the 31 wounded victims. Their website says they are treating 9 adults for gunshot wounds. Again, all of their patients are adults. This is videotape of that hospital, Scott and White Memorial Hospital. Again, 9 adult gunshot wound victims being treated there. Their website says more are expected. Not sure if that'll happen. It has been now about 5 hours since the shooting, so you would hope that most of the victims are where they need to be. No specifics are known regarding the incidents resulting in the shootings, exactly how or their placement or how they were chosen to be fired upon. At this time, the victims coming to Scott and White are suffering all from gunshot wounds.
And now here's a look from Sky 4. This is Fort Hood. We are waiting now on a news briefing from Robert Cohn, who's spoken before bringing us information this afternoon. He is going to be bringing us the latest. The media is gathered. Folks are waiting, people around the world, to find out what he has to say.
Yeah, he's the source. I mean, he's where the boots
go-to person,
hit
right.
The ground there. He is the guy speaking for what went on at Fort Hood. The latest on the investigation, he'll know.
Right.
He's the guy who President Obama is in contact with.
Right.
And when he wants to get information, he's the guy the president is talking to.
You know, at one point today, we had about 4,000 people in our chat room. Of course, many offering their prayers and their God Bless Americas to people. But really, a lot of those folks just asking questions, because so many people, we don't have answers right now. So a lot of people, as you can imagine, even the folks there, they didn't know what was going on. Parents who had children in school and in daycare, of course, they were obviously panicked, scrambling to get any news that they could. And you're going to hear from a mom now, from a mom who had a child in school there, and her husband is currently in Iraq. Take a listen.
Well, I was first in tears and panicking when I was in the car, and now that I'm here, and of course I can actually see the school from here, so that makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm not leaving until they tell me I can get him. So it's just one of these, that's my husband texting me right now from Iraq. So the guys over there just found out what's going on. It's just, we have a lot to deal with, and this is just one more thing.
Governor Perry has ordered all flags in Texas fly at half-staff through Sunday in memory of those killed at Fort Hood. And we know you're waiting on that press conference, that news conference at Fort Hood. We are told now, as solid